Welcome back to another episode of the Oak Cliff Broadcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ricky the Dicky, and I'm here with
Diego, aka the Professor.
Chris, a.k.a. Baby Doughboy.
Yes, sir. We're back, baby. We're back.
baby.
We back for the episode 3
Episode
of season
3.
2.
Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 3. Hope you are having a good week so far and looking forward to the weekend. For all our Dallas people, go enjoy St. Patty's Parade tomorrow. I'm going to try to go with the boys, even though I'm injured.
Crippled.
Yeah. A little crippled, but hopefully.
I told you, get you a wheelchair. I'll push you around.
Nah, he said, Chris said he's going to push me on the wagon like a
I
pedal.
put him in the wagon.
Put some spinners on that bitch, man. Put some spinners on.
Be on. Just take some shots, right? Just take some shots for them.
What do they got down in Houston? Those fucking spokes that stick out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the fucking
That way he won't fall over. It'll be kept up.
But thank you again, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. We want to apologize for the inconvenience this past week. We had some technical difficulties on the audio, but y'all stay tuned for this episode dropping on Monday. And before we start the banger of an episode today, go ahead and follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel at Oak Cliff Broadcast. And that being said, let's get right into it.
All right. So I would like to welcome our guest for the evening. One of the smartest guys I know. He has his own business. He started it 2 years ago.
About a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Year and a half ago. He is in my fantasy football league that I won this year.
Hashtag NMFFL. What's up?
Let's go.
Hashtag 2-time champ.
Damn right.
Yes, sir.
Hashtag current champ.
Yes, sir. All right, everybody. I'd like to welcome my buddy Jorge to the podcast.
Let's go. Yes, sir, baby. Yes, sir.
Aplausa.
Let's go. Thank you for joining us today, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Well, again, actually.
For our second take.
Yeah, for our second take. For everybody listening, we're rerunning this with our boy Jorge. And again, thank you, bro, for taking the time out last week and this week to come on the podcast. And none other better than having you on here and just talk about, your company and everything else that, now that we know you better.
Yeah.
So
and it's only going to get better because last podcast was just as good, but it's going to be just as better this time.
Definitely.
So,
Damn right. Sure.
But to start off the podcast, for everybody listening to today's podcast, you're Jorge. Who are you? What do you do? And, a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, definitely. So again, my name is Jorge Cruz or George Cruz. You guys can follow me at Jorge Does Loans, Jorje Does Loans on Instagram. I'm a co-owner of Trek Mortgage, and so I'm a mortgage broker here in Texas. So I help people get homes. I help educate them on their finances, just get them ready to buy a home. And even if they're not ready to buy a home, I get them educated on finance. That's my biggest thing. So
awesome. So just to start off, right off the bat, why Trek Mortgage? How'd you come up with the name?
I used to be fat. I'm still a little fat right now, but I used to be even fatter back in the days. Got into hiking. My wife, Leticia, shout out, baby, and my brother,
Hey,
boy,
shout out.
Yeah. They got me into hiking. Man, I found out I loved it. Absolutely loved, hiking. Been out to Utah, California, all over Texas hiking. And it's a trek. I mean, it's a destination you want to get into. So I kind of thought, what, that's a good name for a mortgage because, I'm going to be your guide on a trek to home ownership.
Right.
So that's the reason we call it Trek. And, so that's the reason I call it that.
That's awesome. Very, very creative.
Yeah.
Where are you guys based out of here, just in Dallas, or?
Yeah, so Dallas Fort Worth. So there's 3 co-owners. Myself, I'm in Irving. Miguel, he's out in East Dallas, and then the other Jorge, he's out in Arlington. So we're pretty much split out everywhere, and then we got LOs all the way down to Stephenville, up to McKinney. So we got loan officers everywhere.
So I got each of y'all's own offices. Then?
Not technically, we all work from home. That's how we keep our costs low. But I'm actually about to get an office out there in Richardson by UTD, University of Texas at Dallas. Check it out. So I got a 6-month free probationary period. So I'm gonna check it out. But no, I work from home because that's how I keep costs low, so I can offer my badass rates to my clients.
Like, what type of mortgages do you offer right now?
Yeah, so I work with a lot of first-time home buyers. I work with a lot of existing clients. So the type of loans that we offer is, your regular conventional loans, which is everybody hears about the average rates right now as of March 15th is like a little bit under 7% on conventional loans. Do FHA for people that need some down payment assistance. I work with VA, so a lot of veterans. Shout out to all of our military vets out there. So we got a lot of family.
Shout out.
Definitely. And then we also do USDA loans if they qualify for loans. That's pretty much for cities out in the country. If your next door neighbor's a cow, you'll most likely qualify for USDA loan out there. And then we also do, it's called non-QM loans, non-qualifying mortgage loans. So these are mainly for people that don't qualify under typical situations because they might write off a shitload of stuff for their taxes. So at the bank, they're making $15,000-$20,000 a month, but whenever they do their taxes, they're only they want to write off everything as possible, and they might only make $2,000 or $3,000. So nowadays, unfortunately, you can't qualify for a home with just $3,000 a month, unfortunately. So there's this program, we can put them on bank statement loans, and we can show, hey, they make $15,000-$20,000. Interest is a little bit higher, down payment is a little bit higher, but at least it gets them in a home. Then we educate them. Now work with your tax person next year. Hey, I want to show enough income where I can qualify for regular mortgage. Now that you got your house that you want, the next following year we'll refinance you and say regular loan because you did your taxes right. And then after that, you can go right back into claiming off your taxes. So the system is there for it to be used. There's a lot of people that do it, so why can't we as well? So that's educate my people on that as well. So,
That's awesome.
Damn.
So aside from like credit, what additional documents would first time home buyers need to provide if they were to come to you?
Yeah, definitely. So if you're currently employed with the company, we're going to be asking for your last 2 years W-2s. So in this case, your 2022 and 2023 W-2s. We'll be asking for 30 days worth of pay stubs as well. And then, of course, we're going to be asking for some of your funds are going to be coming for down payments because there's down payments and there's closing costs. So we're going to be asking for 2 months of bank statements. The one thing that I've been noticing a lot recently, and this is happening, man, with every culture out there, everybody, a lot of our people have cash, which is awesome. But it's cash literally in the colchon, in a shoebox, whatever. I can't use that to be able to lend you money. Yes, it sounds great, but guess what? We got to put that money in the bank, let it sit there for at least 60 days before we can even get started on, helping you get a home. Now, if you get a check that he got into a wreck, just got to check that, that you just deposited, it's only been there 10 days. That's perfectly fine because we know where the funds came from because you have the pay stub, but we can verify that. But for everybody else, and this is a shout out to everybody that's out there looking for a home or not looking for a home. If you ever plan on looking for a home, if you got cash, put that in the bank because a lot of banks out there are paying 4 or 5%. You're collecting, so on a $10,000, $20,000, you're collecting at least $40, $50 a month. If you send it here at home, it's collecting dust. Ain't earning shit. Let it sit at the bank, earn $40, $50 every month while you're getting prepared to buy yourself a house. And plus, you don't risk somebody actually going in and robbing you. I've had 2 people that have told me, ready to buy a house. Awesome. Oh, I talked to them 2 weeks later. What's going on? Well, we got robbed. I'm like, literally? Like, yeah. I'm like, well.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, true story. Really, shit really does happen.
So you mentioned work history as far as in y'all look 2 years back, pay stubs.
Yeah.
So let's just say that I've been at a job for 6 months. Is there some way around that?
So we want a full 2-year history. So let's say you've been at your job 6 months. What were you doing before let's say you were unemployed for 3 months. We'll explain that, hey, he was unemployed for 3 months because he was either laid off or whatever the case may be. So now let's go back another 18 months. Were you employed for those 18 months? Yes. So there's our 2-year history. All we want is a 2-year history, and we want a letter of explanation why there's a gap. If you were laid off, you have to take care of your family, whatever the case may be. As long as we can show a full 2-year history, it can go back 3 years, 4 years. As long as you can explain the difference in the gaps, we're good to go.
But what if there was a big pay advance from those gaps? So let's say 18 months ago I was making $17, $18 an hour, and now I'm making $25, $26 an hour. How will that affect my chances of?
Good question.
If you're employed with the company and you're earning a W-2, that's your explanation. Hey, he got a raise. He's making more money. That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
We can still verify the previous 2-year history. The only thing that would make a difference is if you're working a lot of overtime and a lot of commission, we have to have a solid 2-year history to be able to use your overtime, your commission. If we don't have a solid history of that, meaning that we actually reach out to your HR department, hey, I need you to verify this is how much they work, they get in overtime, this is how much they earn in bonuses. We can use that, and we establish that history. But if you only had, so let's say you've been working 3 years, but you only have a year and a half worth of overtime and bonuses, we can't use it just yet because we still have to establish that 2-year history of overtime and commission.
Okay.
So, question: if someone were to come to you, first time home buyer, would anything in like say somebody, for example, that wants to get like a couch or a refrigerator and they get that through their credit, if somebody has debt on their line of credit, does that affect them? Is that something that you guys look into?
Yes,
Okay.
because so whenever we first pull your credit, we look at what your credit history looks right then and there. So we go today and we check your credit, and everything looks good there. Then awesome. I'm going to tell you, do not buy absolutely anything. Use it for little things here and there. But if you go out and spend $2,000 on a couch and $4,000 on a fridge before the closing, because we actually do pull your credit again right before closing to make sure nothing crazy has happened. And there's plenty of times that has happened where they go off and buy a whole furniture set, bedroom set. Now you owe $6,000 to whatever it's called, to rooms to go, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Right.
And we check your credit and it increases your debt to income ratio and it crosses it over. Sorry, can't help you there. So that's the reason my job as a lender and also the real estate agents involved need to tell our clients that if you're shopping for a house, that's the only thing you should be shopping for, period. Don't shop for anything else.
Right.
Once you get your keys, you can go ahead and shop crazy like there's no tomorrow. But in the meantime,
Wait.
yeah, if you're shopping for a house, that's the only damn thing you should be shopping for. Only damn thing.
So another thing that you touched on was the closing costs. So I guess it's like a two-part question. What are closing costs to a first-time home buyer? And as well, how would you advise them to budget for closing costs?
Yeah, definitely. So there's two things. There's your down payment and your closing costs. Everybody knows about down payment. You can see it posted on Instagram on commercials. Hey, this house only qualifies for a $11,000 down payment, but they don't tell you the fine print. Well, that's just the down payment. You got the closing costs. So the closing costs can range anywhere between 3 to 6% of the price of the home that you're buying. Closing costs are your underwriting fees, your title work to make sure that the title of the house is actually clear. Because you don't want to buy a house if there's a lien against it. Because if you buy that house and that lien isn't clear, that person that has a lien on it can literally go to court and try to take that house from you. So that means you're gonna have to fight, to get this, taken care of, or hopefully they don't, repossess it from you. And the other part of it is here in Texas, you have, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, if you don't have a strong enough credit, you're gonna also have to pay for your property taxes and insurance up front. So in other words, you're going to have to pay for a full year's worth of insurance up front. That's going to be part of your closing costs. And depending on when you close, so I'll use this example right now. If we were to close in April, I have to collect 3 months of insurance on top of the 1 year that I already have. And I also have to collect 7 months worth of taxes, because whenever taxes come due in December, we want to make sure you have enough money to cover those taxes. Because if you don't, next following year, if you're short on your taxes, your payment's going to go up. Because what stays fixed on interest rates when it comes to houses, when you're buying houses, your principal and interest. Your taxes and interest can go up and down every year depending on what's happening in the market and if you shop around. But principal and interest is always going to be the same. And I educate my people on that as well, because the other thing, I guess, let me add to that as well. Here in Texas, there's a lot of new builds going up as well, right? A lot of people get, about this awesome $400,000 house. My tax bill is only, $100 or $150 a month, which is part of your payment. Me as a lender, I got to tell them, well, actually, that's just based on the dirt. Now that the house has been built, your taxes are going to catch up. So your tax payment of $100, $150 is probably going to go up to, $500, $600 a month. So that means your monthly payment is going to go up as well. So I educate them on that as well too. Like, hey, make sure that you guys are getting the right information too.
So for those that don't know, can you provide like a breakdown on the monthly payments on like what they need to pay and what are they looking forward to pay?
Yeah. So right now I'm working a deal. We're doing an FHA loan, getting down payment assistance. It's a $300,000 house. Their payment's going to be probably about $2,400 a month, $2,500 a month, because they're putting the minimum 3.5% down.
Uh-huh.
So what that breaks down, that $2,400, $2,500, about $400 of that is just the taxes. About $150 of it is just the insurance on the home. Probably about $112 of that is going to be the mortgage insurance. Mortgage insurance it doesn't benefit you at all. It benefits the actual investor of the home who's actually letting you borrow the money. It protects them. That way, if you ever were to foreclose on the house, they're still covered because they got that insurance, but they're not paying for it. You're paying for it. And that's the benefit you have of getting an FHA. You can get less down payment, but it gets you in the house. So there's give and take. You have to pay that insurance, and then the rest of it, if I'm doing my math right, $1,600. That's your principal and interest. So that's what you're looking at is approximately $2,500 approximately.
Right.
What are your?
That's awesome.
Sorry, my bad. What are your current interest rates right now?
So right now, as of today, On conventional loans, you're probably looking a little bit under 7%, probably like 6.85 interest rate, 6.95% interest rate. If you're looking at FHA, which is a little bit more lenient to be able to qualify for a home, probably looking at about 6.5 right now. If you're doing VA, so again, to all of our veterans, probably looking at about 6.25, 6 and an eighth. USDA loan, we just locked one today, about 6.625, and then for all the other loans, the non-QM, probably looking at the eights, eight
That's
interest
awesome.
rate. Yeah, but again,
That's
those rates change every
Fluctuate,
time,
yeah.
and it's all again, it's all based on what's happening in the market. The Fed Reserve is going to meet probably here next week, or we're going to get a jobs report next week. So we're all kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with
Right.
interest rates right now.
A lot of fluctuation.
Oh yeah.
How does Trek Mortgage stay up to date with all the different rates to keep you guys in the race with different competitors that are out there as well?
So I work with about 35 different lenders out there, and so that's how I broker out the loans. We have different. Our structures are built differently with each company. It just depends on what's going to benefit the client the most, and it's also based on what their parameters are. So I've got some clients that need to close like real quick. Well, I've got a lender that'll do it real quick. Interest rates are gonna be a little bit higher, but it gets you in your house. If you only got a 2-week window, we can get it in 2 weeks. If you've got 30 days to do it, I can switch you to another lender, which is the interest rates are a little bit better. And then the other thing too is just we just keep up to date as to what's going on with the market. If we see something happening, and when I say up to date, I mean I've got 3-4 computer screens. I got my Twitter up. I got certain people that I follow. Alerts come up, and I just start watching the rates, and I'll check to see where my clients are. Hey, where you at? Where you at on this? Where you at on that? And then I'm like, okay, if you got a contract, let's lock you in right now before rates go up.
So, can you tell us kind of what the next, say, 3 to 5 years looks like as far as in the market, as far as in dropping or rising or?
So nobody can really tell. I'm not going to go 3 or 5 years out because we really can't. Because I mean, COVID, all that happened 4 years ago, and so much shit happened every single day. I can probably predict what's going to happen the next 2 or 3 years. So right now, what we're seeing is that they're seeing that the rates are going to trend to go down, which is fine, because right now, again, average rates on FHA 6.5. We're hoping to get down into the 5.5 here a year from now. But again, that's all where we're basing it on what's going on. And, a lot of things can change. It depends on what happens in the market. Depends on the jobs market. Depends on what's going on globally as well. Because a lot of stuff that happens globally has a huge impact on us here as well when it comes to rates. Because we're the bellwether of economy in the world. So a lot of stuff that happens overseas also has an impact as well. But I truthfully think that rates are going to go down gradually. But at the same time, and again, I'm speaking for Dallas-Fort Worth and for Texas in general, I think prices will still continue to inch up. I don't think they're going to shoot up, but I think they're going to continue to inch up. And I think more people will jump off the sidelines to actually take advantage of the rates. And I think they're going to be bidding prices up, which means that home prices are going to go up even more. You're going to have to be more competitive or come up with more down payment as well also. The other thing to take into consideration as well, something I started talking with another client is if you love your home, but you don't want to, I don't want to say love your home, but if you like your home, but you love your neighborhood, you've got a lot of built up equity in there. It might benefit you to actually tear down your house and start over compared to you shopping somewhere else because you've got equity built in and you can use that equity as your quote unquote down payment to start building yourself another house. Now, the thing with that is you're going to have to find suitable habitation for the next 9 months to a year while your house is being built. But, that's another thing to look at as well, too.
Right. So as rates, fluctuate, depending on how things go throughout the world and stuff like that. The market, obviously, back then in COVID, there is, correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of people were looking into homes, bidding a lot. And especially like you just mentioned with, if you wanted to use a house that you really love and, you want to expand on it and get equity from it. Is there any first-time home buyers that have come to you that ask about successful investments and, how they should approach it if they were to have a home and down the line look into, like successful investments per se, something like that?
The biggest thing if you're trying to, and I guess I'll sum it up this way, if you're trying to build that generational wealth, right? Trying to expand your horizon and make some more money, the first thing you need to do is take care of your credit. If you've got a 580 credit score and you're a hustler, well, you need to hustle your credit, right? Because, you can be out there big balling and driving around badass car, have all these chains and all these bottles and everything, but At the end of the day, if your credit is ass, you ain't gonna do shit. Because to me, real estate is an asset. A car isn't an asset. Rims isn't an asset. After with your gold chains, that's not an asset. Homes are an asset. So that's my biggest thing is just fix your credit, start working on that, and then actually learn how to. I don't want to say save money. Learn how to invest your money.
Right.
Make your money work for you.
That's
right.
awesome.
I mean, the simplest thing is really go into a bank account. Right now, a lot of banks are paying 4 or 5% interest rate. But if you're smart about it, I don't even say you're smart about it. You talk to the right people, invest some of your money. You're probably making 10, 13% interest rate return on that. Man, start doing that and make your money work for you.
So, what type of advice can you give somebody who's looking to own a home and has all the credentials that they need to get a home?
Yeah.
What can you give some kind of advice to anybody?
Advice in like what to do, or
I mean, yeah, like the process, the steps. Like,
yeah.
What would the first step be?
Like if they have all the criteria to
Yeah.
meet that.
Yeah. Well, then after that, it's really just a matter of the way I look at it personally is you want to look at your short term and your medium term goal. Like, is this a house that you plan on being here forever? Then you really want to look for a house that you're gonna you fall in love with. If this is your starter home that it's just for me to get into a house, so I can start to get a house, and eventually I want to sell or keep and move up to and step up to another house. Then you look for those houses where there's an opportunity where an area, and people hate gentrification, but let's be real, gentrification is going to end up paying the bills, right? Get yourself drive around neighborhoods and you start seeing a bunch of new builds, a lot of empty lots. That's probably where you want to go and buy some property there as well,
right?
And start get a starter home, live there 2 or 3 years, and then your medium term goal is okay. Now what do we do? We've built up some equity, especially here in Dallas Fort Worth. We built up some equity. Should we sell or should we keep it as a rental and go somewhere else? My advice is if you're able to keep it as a rental, keep it as a rental, and usually that rent that you earn from that house will pay for the mortgage that's on that house plus your mortgage on the new home that you're going to be end up buying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not make it work for you? And then if you have some people that are awesome at renting and they pay their bills all the time, your house is clean. Because this is another thing too. A lot of people that become landlords or own homes to rent, they start to become a little greedy. We're all in it for money, but at the same time, you have a family that's in there that's a constant renter. They're paying the bills. They're keeping everything clean. Then just check, maybe bump up the price like $100, $200. Don't make it unaffordable for them because those are the people that you want.
Yeah,
I've seen so many times where people just end up leaving and they trash the entire house. They absolutely trash it. So guess what? Now you're gonna have to spend $30,000-$40,000 to fix the house because you bumped up their rental $500, $1,000 because you can get it out there. If you got a great family that's doing that, bump it up at just $100 or $200, and they'll appreciate them. They'll take care of your property because eventually, remember, all homes are an asset.
Yeah.
It's always going to go up. I'd rather do that and keep a happy family there and do some little raises here and there instead of them trashing the house because I bumped it up way too much because I wanted to be too greedy. You're gonna have to kind of give and take.
Yeah, that's true.
So
with that,
go
for it.
Oh, okay, my bad. So a lot of this process goes through your credit, right? So what is the best way to keep your credit real good, and what would you recommend for those who don't really know? What's the best way to start from your credit? What credit cards or?
I think the best and easiest way really would be with a credit card. You go out there and if you're able to qualify on your own for just credit card without having to put any money down, that'd be the best way. You can go to Capital One, Wells Fargo, PNC, whoever it is, and get a regular credit card. If you do need to put some money down, then so be it. Put some money down. They usually start at $300, and it's a secure credit card, and you get you start using it. The biggest thing is you do not want to go over 30% credit utilization. So let's assume it's $300 limit, right? Mm. The most you want to use is $100. Go out on a date with your girl, fill up your gas tank, and that's it. When you get the bill, pay that bitch in full, and you'll start to see your credit score go up. The other thing too, especially in our culture, in the Latino culture, man, do not co-sign for anybody. Do not co-sign for anybody at all whatsoever. The worst thing you can do? Yes, and the reason being is, man, working in banking, I saw way too many parents coming in and primer por mi hijo, blah blah blah. My credit's all ruined. And I'm like, well, you know what? I told you 6 months ago, don't co-sign for them. You know what? because we all have to suffer eventually to build up your credit. Let them suffer, because if you keep patting them on their back and babying them, they're never gonna learn.
Yeah.
And I know that because you know what? My uncle was a co-signer for me for a car. I got that bitch repossessed. He was pissed.
Damn, he's
Pissed.
that
I ruined it. And my uncle is a successful business owner, and I
Yeah.
tanked his credit, and it messed with his credit to be able to get lines of credit for his business. He said it took him 2 years to get back up to where he was at because of my dumbassery.
Damn.
So I'm telling you, not just based on experience working at the bank, but also based on experience because I did it to my uncle. Yo, Guillermo, I love you. I appreciate you, man. I learned. And
So to that point, is that where you distinguish to like draw the line? Because like you said, a lot of the times, like Latino households and everything, we always try to look out for each other and like, hey, they never had this growing up. Our parents came from Mexico, crossed the border, so and so. They didn't have what we have now.
Mhm.
Did that point of having your car repossessed and everything distinguish the line for you to be like, hey, I finally understand?
yes,
Okay.
I did. It did help out quite a bit because you know what? Our parents, our grandparents, they suffered. They worked their asses off to come over here and make a better life for us, right? And we're over here taking advantage of it and making it all easy. Nah, fuck that. I'm the kind of person, you know what? You're gonna learn the hard way. Seriously, because if it's so easy, that's what messes with us. And then they go from an aunt, or they go from your mom and dad. Okay, well they can't help me anymore because I messed up their credit. I got a good relationship with my tío. Hey, tío, can you help me out? And then you take another family member down with you. Like, no, that's not the way to do it. So my thing is this: personal responsibility matters a lot. You go out and do it on your own. I see everybody out there flashing money. Well, go ahead and flash that money, or cash in your gold teeth and go get yourself, build your credit. I mean, gold teeth ain't going to get you shit. Turn that gold teeth into cash, you can build up your credit.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, an issue with me when I first got my credit card was like, they give you a limit, right? How much they give you or whatever. And you see that money and you're just like, fuck, I want to spend it all, get whatever. And honestly, like,
the first instinct.
that's the first issue that I had was that I saw that money. I was like, nah, I'm going to just use it up. But I know that was wrong of me because it's not the best way to do it,
Yeah, I did the same shit.
Yeah. But you live and you learn, so to like relax, take a step back and then, use it partially, like you said, waste $100 and then, pay it off and then continue doing that. And
because the way I look at it, it's way easy to swipe something, right? You swipe.
Mm-hmm.
Pretend like it's actual cash bills. If you're paying out, $20, that starts to hurt because you're actually seeing it. It's something tangible. A credit card is just make believe to you, right? Until you get the bill, you're like, damn. You see that interest rate, 29.99%. Well, hold on, I only spent $100. Well, that $100 is going to cost you $30. So that $100 just turned into $130. And I'm like, hell no. Fuck that shit. Pay your bills. Oh, and that's the other thing too. Man, pay your bills. Pay your bills. The light bill, electricity bill. Even because that stuff goes negative on your credit too. That helps lower you. Because once it goes to collections, because that doesn't appear on your credit report until it goes to collections. Once it goes to collections, that tanks your credit score.
Yeah, I learned the hard way. I have a credit card right now that I haven't really been paying, but I should be. And I saw my credit score go from 720, 730 to down to like 600. I'm like, holy fuck.
It's crazy how it can go down
Bro,
real quick,
it
right?
shoots down real quick.
Like, you can
and
build
then
it up real
Yes.
quick, but it goes straight down.
well, once you go down
Crazy.
It takes
and
forever
you,
to go
and you
back
try to
up.
build it up, it takes
Yeah.
forever.
Why is that though?
And that's the way the system is built. This is
Fuck
the way
the system.
this is I know. Fuck the system.
It's
I get it.
fucked up. It's
Oh,
fucked
yeah,
up.
that
It
is
is.
fucked.
Okay, this is the best way to look at it, right? Everybody talks about it's a roller coaster thing, right? It takes forever to go up to the top of that thing, right? You keep hearing the click, 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 and you're like, come on. But as soon as you get up to the top and you go down, it's fast. That's the same way credit scores are. It's the same exact thing, man. You gotta, because once it goes down, man, it's gonna take you, depending on what the situation is, it'll take you 6 months to a year to get it back up to where you had before. I'd rather just keep going up slowly.
Slow and steady.
Slowly. Yeah, slow and steady is the way to go.
I think I think it's just part of life, right? I think whenever I had my credit card and it was for Wells Fargo, I think I had like deposited like 300.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, I spent all of it right away, and then just the repercussions of not paying it off.
Oh yeah.
And then them, sending letters after letter after letter, and I was probably this by the time when we were working at Ford.
Yeah.
Like this 2016, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And this type of money, like even though it was $300, you start seeing like, oh, okay, I paid this off. The bank is giving me X amount of more to spend off.
Yeah.
In your head as somebody that's very young, cabezón, you start thinking like, oh, well, I can spend. I've never seen this amount of money before. Let me go splurge.
Yeah.
Right? There's no repercussions to it.
Yeah.
And then you start seeing shit.
That's the fucked up part about credit cards. They see that you're doing good as far as in payments and shit, and then they'll raise your limit from 10,000, and then they'll put you at 15,000. Be like, hey, you got $5,000 more to spend. You know, like it's kind of fucked up because that's how they get you.
It's how they get you. Or it's how you get yourself.
Both.
Got him.
I think it's how you get yourself. I think it's how you get yourself.
I mean, yeah, because then you think like, oh, I got $5,000 more to spend.
And you know, I was about to touch base on that because once you actually get your credit built up and you start seeing, you know, your hey, guess what? You've been pre-approved for $15,000, and so they gave us an extra $5,000 in credit limit or $10,000 in credit limit. Yes, that's their job. They want you to use more because they earn money, even if you pay it off. Because remember, the way credit cards work, is that if you pay that bitch in full, the credit card companies don't get paid on that, right? Because you're not paying any interest at all whatsoever. But they do get paid every time you swipe the card. They always get a certain percentage every time you swipe your card, so they're still getting paid. So their thing is, well, if we can give this guy another $5,000, let's go ahead and, you know, make some extra money on there. So I get it, what you say. You know, fuck the system and fuck credit cards and all that shit. But it's one of those evils that we have to have, unfortunately, in order to build up your credit. Because to me, credit is the greatest equalizer out there. It really is. But I get what you're saying because I just got approved for a credit card and fuck it, I'm going to go on vacation.
Use it all
Might as
up.
well.
Yeah.
So, but I already know
Come
that
on.
next week I'm going to pay that bitch off quick. So I'm Gucci. I'm going to earn my points on that. So,
Bro,
That's
I'm not
awesome.
gonna lie. Like all this shit, just talking about it right now, like gives me a fucking headache. Like I'm not even getting the house.
It
and
blows
I'm
my
just
mind though,
like,
because
yeah.
you think that's one way, but there's so
Very
much to it
educational.
that, you know, there's back.
I'm just like
Back
fuck,
and forth.
though. I don't know.
so I'll give you a perfect example. And I don't think we're ever going to get these rates ever again, but sometimes credit is good to use, right? So I had this client that I had out in California. His house was worth $1 million. Pay it off completely. This dude's like, hey, I want to take out as much as I can against the house because I want to invest that money. And this is again back during COVID when rates were absolutely stupid, right? So I'm like, what do you mean you're going to invest something? I can make some money off this. I'm like, all right. So I had him qualify for $750,000. I got him an interest rate of 1.875. This dude took $750,000, put it back in the market, his investments, and he was making on average about 11% a year. So in other words, so the difference, let's just say it's 2% is what again, it was 1.875, but let's just say it's 2%. So the spread was 9%. So that 9% difference, that's all his profit.
That's
year
crazy.
after year. I just talked to him like maybe 6 months ago, and this has been going on for 3 years, and he's averaging 9% return. That's $750,000. So I don't have my thing
And
with me, but
that's what passive
passive income.
yeah,
Passive income.
it's
So
crazy.
it's bananas when it comes to that. You know what? Let me do the math real quick. So $750,000 at 9%. So this dude's making $67,500 a year. At
Fuck.
minimum.
7K and a
At
half.
minimum.
That's crazy.
Is that not wild?
That is
You the
wild.
sugar baby or what?
So,
But that's
again,
more than the average American. The average American makes about 50,000 a year.
yes. So this is passive income. This is what he's making from
That's fucking
the loan
nuts.
that I gave him. So this is on top of whatever salary he's making at his regular job plus what other investments. This is every freaking year what this dude is making.
Damn.
Fuck.
And if he doesn't touch it, it's accumulating. So it's called compounding interest. So he just keeps being added to that. And it just keeps adding.
It just rolls
adding.
over.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I guarantee if he's doing it the right way, right now, again, it's been 3 or 4 years, he's probably making close to $80,000 a year. Just letting it, just investing in
Just
passive
sitting.
income.
Bro, you could retire
That's
Bro,
at
crazy.
that
yeah,
point.
Fuck.
if you live a good frugal life, dude, you can make a good damn living, a good life, making $80,000 a year just using investments. Which
Damn.
I'm going to try to bring you guys an investment guy in here to talk about that as well. That's the other thing.
That's what we need. That's,
Yeah.
So to that point of investments, are you an advocate for someone who owns a home, paid off and everything? Would you rather have somebody living in there and renting it out every month, or somebody that wants to do like an Airbnb?
Yeah. So for me, it depends on the situation, depends on the city as well. Because right now, I hear there's a lot of cities out there that are trying to ban Airbnbs.
Mhm.
So it just depends on the situation. Me personally, if I was going to do Airbnbs, I'm going to do it more of in a resort area, vacation area. And here in Dallas Fort Worth, we're talking about Broken Bow area, maybe down in Austin, the Hill Country. But long term, it'll be a renter. You know, that'd be the way to go. Rent the unit out that way. Don't rent it out to family. again, love family. We all love family. But, family asks too much and, you start to feel bad. No.
Family discount.
Yeah, family.
Fuck that.
That's what I'm saying. If you really want to use real estate, I love your familia, but no, let's keep it real. If you rent it out to people that you have no idea and know nothing about them, sign a contract, you will have no qualms of booting them if you need to.
So something big coming up would be the World Cup in 2026, right?
Yeah.
Viva Mexico.
So let's say I own a house close to the Cowboy Stadium, and I wanted to rent it out or Airbnb it out.
Yeah.
How would that work? Like, how much do you think?
Man, I've
That'd
been
probably
reading
be good, right?
I've been reading some stuff where people were going to rent out, like they rent out their entire house for the entire month that it's here, because I think we're having 9 or 10 games here.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
And man, they're renting out for like $50,000-$60,000 for the entire month. Again, that's what I'm hearing right now. Until it actually happens in 2 years is when we'll know. But there's a lot of people that are going to be coming from all over the world.
And it's crazy because people will actually pay that amount to just be there for the World Cup.
Oh, for sure.
And it's kind of like, like in Mexico, like you say, for America goes to the final, there's people that sell their homes just to go watch the final, bro. So imagine, like, that's crazy. People that do that. Like,
That's giving me the thought of when the World Cup happens, going back to my parents' house for a little bit and renting this spot.
You can rent at the studio. Rent at the
back
studio,
house, right?
bro.
Fuck it.
Hey, show them a good time at the bar down the street.
For
And
real.
let me show you a real Dallas.
take
Let
them
me
a
show you
PhD. Fuck it.
That would
Yeah,
be
for
badass.
real.
I'm excited for the World Cup,
Damn,
though.
bro, I'm excited too. We
Yeah.
all gotta go though. We gotta get like group tickets. And, like,
Hey, if you need group tickets, this motherfucker's the guy to go to.
no, for real. Like we
Well,
gotta go together because
hey,
it's cheaper
so
that way.
We're trying to go one game in Canada, preferably Vancouver, because stuff is weird over there.
Y'all gotta go to Canada, bro.
Mexico.
There you go.
And Mexico.
And so we want to go somewhere here in the States, but not Arlington. We want to go somewhere else. We
Okay.
want to go to New
Houston?
York, LA,
Are they
Chicago.
having it in Houston?
Fuck Houston. Hell no.
Hey,
Oh.
down.
Who cares? But
All right.
New York, LA, Chicago. That's where we want to go to another World Cup game, and of course Mexico. You got to go to Azteca. My family's from Guadalajara. I want to go to a game in Guadalajara. They're going to have there, but man, Azteca.
Man,
there's
that's
nothing
a
like
fucking
Azteca.
stadium, bro.
Yeah,
like
That's awesome.
Chris's dad has been there for a Monday night game.
Long story short, my family knows people from like the Club America.
Yeah.
And so my cousin used to date, El Viejo Herrera?
Yeah.
The one that used to, be with the coach from Mexico
Yeah.
and then from America.
The coach,
He
right?
used to date the daughter.
Oh shit, really?
So to this day, he still keeps up with her or whatever, I guess. And they get like the hookups all the time from that stadium and shit like that.
Sounds like a
So
long
shout
story.
Shout out to
Viejo.
Viejo.
That's right, baby. That's
El
right,
Loco
baby.
right there.
That's dope. But
Shit.
on the
Chivas.
topic of sports and everything, I know Chris mentioned about your fantasy football league.
Yeah.
Tell us about it a little bit.
You want to go first, champ?
Okay. Since I'm the champ of the NMFL Fantasy Football
Shut up.
League.
National Mexican
Okay.
Fantasy Football League. Shout out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a league of 14 guys.
Yep.
We've been in there for 16,
16, 17 years, something
16,
like that.
17 years.
Yeah.
And I've only been in there for maybe 5.
Have you told them how you got in? What you had to do to get in?
No one knows that
What's the
story.
backstory?
All right, so
You show your titties or what?
No,
So-
he woke up with some dirty knees.
no, listen. Okay,
Damn.
so I was gonna get in. Okay, I got my dad's in the league, so I was.
His dad is a former commissioner. His dad is part of the Council of Champions because he is a champion and
committee of 3.
we call
He's
him-
one of 3?
He's one of 3.
One of
I'm
3,
the
okay.
second
So
and the fireman.
it's just destiny. I was meant to be in this league. Okay,
Yeah.
but for some reason, these motherfuckers decided that it would be funny if I competed against someone for that position in the league because there's one position available.
You got to earn
So
it.
we
You gotta earn
did
it.
we did the drunk Olympics.
Yes.
Damn, that sounds crazy.
It's like some
I was
fraternity
thinking,
shit right there.
honestly,
Yeah.
bro, I was thinking some other type of shit when you said dirty knees. I thought he had to give everybody.
No,
a
so-
blowjob or
Well,
something.
no,
Relax.
So we did the drunk Olympics, and the drunk Olympics, it was 3 events. It was the drunk mile,
A mile run.
the drunk mile run, the
Some
is it?
kind of spin thing.
drunk baseball,
Yeah, drunk baseball.
drunk
Hit the ball?
baseball, and then the final was what was it?
I forgot. Dirty knees. I
30
forgot what it
no
was.
30 knees. It was just
knees,
little drinking games, little
Yeah,
drink competition.
shots. Oh, we were playing that flip game, I think.
It was
Flip cup?
flip
Yeah.
cup,
Yeah.
beer pong, and that's it. It was just
Yeah,
flip cup and beer pong.
You won that whole right.
Okay, no, I didn't.
Nah.
It was to my previous rival. Okay,
You're not my partner no more.
we'll get into that. Relax. So, anyways, the drunk mile. Y'all know me. I'm not no skinny motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna run no
How
fucking
long did he
mile.
take, bro? How long did he take?
We were
I didn't. I didn't finish. Let me. I didn't finish. So we had to go to a park that was down the street from JJ's house. There's the commissioner of the league.
Hashtag shout out to the Dallas Fire Department.
Yeah, shout out Dallas DFD. It was maybe like a half mile. I want to say a half mile to the park and then a half mile back.
Yeah.
So I got to the park.
After taking a couple of shots.
Yeah, you have to chug a beer.
Yeah.
You have to chug a beer before you start running. You chug a beer, and then you start running to the park. When I got to the park, I was gassed. I was done. So I caught a ride in the truck of the commissioner who was driving back because he wanted to make sure that we did our mile. So I lost that first event. The second event was the games because I won that. It was beer pong, flip cup, and another game. It was just drinking games, and I won that. So the third and final event was drunk baseball.
Yeah.
So what you had to do is we got like a little toy bat, one of the long ones, like the plastic
bats.
ones.
Yeah.
We cut the bud off, and then we poured a whole beer in there. So what you had to do was you had to chug the whole bat,
Like a beer bong.
yeah, and then spin 10 times. And then hit the ball, and then run a home run.
I would have threw.
Okay,
it right away.
okay. Well, listen. Y'all don't know this. Hold on, listen. Y'all don't know this yet.
You threw up.
No, I didn't throw it. But listen. So first, it was my opponent, Beto. We're going Beto. Fuck Beto, but that's Beto.
Damn. Hey, he's the new homeowner. Shout out Beto.
Yeah, shout out Beto, new homeowner with Trek Mortgage.
Damn right, son.
Shout out.
But yeah, he was my competitor, and he did a pretty good time. So I was like, all right, I got this shit. Fuck it, whatever. I chugged my bat, spun 10 times. It took me maybe 2 swings to hit it. And when I started running, and y'all can ask JJ, the commissioner, about this, I started running. When I came when I came past third base to home plate, bro, I was stumbling. And when I stumbled, I knocked out his fucking mailbox.
Yes.
No.
Damn.
His mailbox is non-existent at that point. Hey, there's a video.
You got a
There's
new one
video.
or what?
Yeah.
There's a video.
We gotta see that video.
There's a video.
I gotta see that shit, bro. No,
But,
We're like, what the? The mailbox is gone.
That was Kriegel right there. That was Kriegel.
That was
Yes, that was
It is
Kriegel.
That ass
Kriegel.
Kriegel.
That was
right there.
Kriegel before Kriegel even was
Yeah.
invented.
Damn.
But anyways,
That
so I
mailbox is
lost. I lost, and then Beto got in. He won. And then the year after, someone dropped out. So I was the next runner-up. So obviously I got in. Or was it the same year?
I think it was the same year.
It was the same year.
It was the same year. And he's
So-
like, y'all made me do all that shit for nothing. You had fun, right?
Hey, I had a good-ass time.
JJ got a new mailbox out of it.
Fuck it, why not? Right?
And I won my first championship before Beto.
Damn
So
right.
shout out to Beto, but also fuck Beto.
Hey, all
Yes,
I gotta
sir.
say is that I'm a 3-time champion too.
Hey, relax.
Just
We're not
saying.
talking about no other league.
I'm a
Relax.
3-time
Hold on,
champion
how many people are in your league?
No, last
10.
time we had 12, right? But this time we went to 10.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
12
yeah.
and 10.
Weak, man.
No,
14,
it is.
14.
No. But still, my
No,
first
but
year
he-
I had his in his league.
No, but good
My
job.
first time
3
I
years.
won it. I won that
Yeah.
shit. I beat him in the final.
Damn.
I vouch for him.
Yeah.
If we need an extra player,
Yeah,
if
he's
we don't
really
got
good.
no one
Yeah.
lined up, I
Yeah,
vouch
good.
for him
Put
right
me
Y'all
on,
here.
bro,
hear that
put
in
me on.
MFFL? He wants to get in.
Put me on. Put me
In
on.
the
I'll
MFFL
do
right here,
whatever.
my
I'll
boy
beat
Ricky.
anybody. I don't
We're
give a fuck.
coast to coast.
Hey, who's
we're
your
coast to
sorriest
coast.
player there?
Who's our sorriest player?
Yeah, honestly. Who's your sorriest?
Oh, it's the new guys. Men. I call them pronoun.
Put me on a fucking
Man.
matchup with them. Fuck it.
Damn.
Who?
I'll take
You
it
don't even
on.
know him. Men. That's Martin's cousin. That dude that shows up once
Yeah,
a
I
year.
don't- yeah.
Hey, I don't give a fuck what contest you do.
I didn't want him to get in. I wanted someone else to get in, but y'all brought
You
him
should have
in.
told me.
Hey, they brought him in. I didn't want him in there.
Spoke up. Now
I
you-
did.
Now you can speak
I
up.
did, but
Now
you know what? I'm
we gotta
not.
listen to you
I'm not
because
in the
you
committee
weren't
of 3.
shit. But
Exactly.
you know,
That's
you're a
true.
champ now.
I'm a
Hey,
champ
sorry,
now, so
sorry.
y'all.
He got a
so-
ring.
He
He
So
got a
I
ring.
got some respect on my
What's his
name.
name?
Men.
Sorry, man,
I call him pronoun.
I'm gonna take your ass out.
Shout
Fuck
out,
you.
He,
pronoun.
hey, the first season, he drafted Micah Parsons in like the 3rd round.
For real?
What
Yeah.
the?
No.
Hey,
That's
the way I
crazy.
look at it's free money.
Fuck it, right?
Yeah.
Free money.
Fuck it.
What?
is
So
true.
talking about money, what's the payout for y'all league? How much
so,
do y'all put in?
Right now we're $100 each buying in. I'm trying to get up to $200. That's what I really want. I'm at 200 because
That's
I know.
crazy.
I mean, I don't know what everybody makes, but y'all motherfuckers making some
I'm
money.
finna go to your mortgage and
So-
give me a loan right quick.
Yeah, come on.
Give me $200 loan.
Fuck it.
So I think first place, how much you get? Well, you owed fees too, so
Yeah.
Damn, fees?
so
I think I
first place
got
gets
like
1,000.
800.
Yeah, so technically $1,000 for the winner.
Minus a
Okay.
couple hundred because of
Yeah.
like fees and shit.
$300 for second place, and third place gets their money back. But yeah,
Nice.
I mean that's how we do. We have a good
Sounds
time.
fair.
Everybody talks shit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in another league too, but ain't nothing like the animal.
Bro, like-
so
Like some of our leagues, like they don't be talking shit, and I like to talk shit just because you
Yeah.
know it's fun. You know that's
Yeah.
that's the purpose of it, right?
yeah,
And like I feel like our league, like it's kind of weak, right? Like they don't
It's
fucking talk
boring.
shit. Like they don't.
Yeah,
like,
it's boring. That's why NMF, there ain't no league out there that will compare it to the NMFFL.
the only thing that we suck, and I ain't gonna lie, is the last place shit. We have the wheel of death or the
Wheel of misfortune.
Yeah, it's lame. We
whack.
got to change that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's like our league because the one that I had, we were supposed to do the last place takes a fucking inflatable to
A blow up
fucking date,
doll
a blow
to-
up doll to
on a date.
and that motherfucker didn't want to do that shit. But
Kick
we
him
had,
out.
from the beginning.
Kick them out.
We said that last place takes an inflatable
Yeah,
to on a date, and
Well,
we'll be there.
we
And I even offered. I was like, I'll pay for your first drink and your meal. Like fuck it, I
for
don't
the,
care.
who are the blow up
But
doll
it
or
was
the
all
guy?
for the vibes. No, everything.
All
Fuck
for the
it.
vibes.
For the vibes, everything. But he didn't want to. Right? He was bitching about it.
That's how you know. That's how you know they ain't about shit. They're
And
scary.
Yeah, even I said I was like, "You're not coming back to the league. Fuck it." Because that's why
we do a lot of side bets. That's something in our
Yeah.
league. We have a lot of side bets. So we got tattoo bets. We got tomato. Dude, I've been pelted, bro.
There's about 5 guys in the league that've gotten tattoos off of bets.
I'm one of them.
Bro, like
Yeah,
what? Peanuts or what?
he got a hot dog,
Like a jalapeno.
a jalapeno.
Nah,
Where's
what?
it at? Where's it
Show
at?
Let me see it. Let me see it.
Come on,
Alright.
show him, show
Was it on
him.
your chichi or what?
All right, you gonna zoom in?
No, she's not
Nah,
gonna do
no,
that.
no zoom in. No
All
zoom
right,
in.
right. Here we go.
Oh shit!
Jalapeno.
Take a closer look. It's got every tattoo bet has to have the NMFL in there. If you look at the right here, it's just
Oh, I
NMFL
see
right
it.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn,
And
that's
then,
crazy.
uh,
for those who can't see, it's fucking
The
red and
detail
green.
to it, bro.
bro. No,
the detail
when they
to it.
first started making this bitch, this motherfucker was looking veiny like a dick. I'm like, nah, man, hell no.
About to hit the
No.
tattoo removal next day, right?
Hey, shout out to your tattoo artist.
Yeah.
Hey,
Uh,
and
your
then my dad
your-
got a hamburger
your-
on a scar, and
Yeah.
the scar is the cheese.
bro. So we were
Yeah.
Shout
Yeah,
out
it's
Versace
3D.
Whataburger.
okay.
Hey, that shit 3D, boy. That motherfucker, you touch it 3D.
Let me. I got the story to tell you on that. So that was a Monday night game. We went to. It was the Titans at the Cowboys. A Monday
Yeah.
night game, right?
Yeah.
So we're like, so his dad, of course, you know, Jose Goodell is a former commission. He's a huge Cowboys fan, and then his brother-in-law is a big Tennessee Titans fan. Shout out Doc, man. We have a doctor in our league. So emergency room doctor. He was out in COVID in New York City. Shout out to him.
Shout out to the doctor.
So anyway, so he was there, you know, talking mad shit, and they decided to do a tattoo bet. This is Monday night. So of course, you know, Tennessee fucking beats the Cowboys because our fucking team is garbage. But we'll talk about that here in a minute. But anyways, so we're drunk. We're having a good time. We're heading back home. Heading back to Irving. Everybody drop off and get your vehicles and shit. I'm like, oh, fuck that shit. We're gonna get a tattoo tonight. His dad, Jose Goodell's like, no, we're going this weekend. I'm like, no, motherfucker, we're going tonight. We're gonna fucking get your ass a fucking tattoo tonight.
Damn.
We went looking around for a tattoo shop. We found one, Rose Gold Tattoo. Shout out to you guys in Irving. We talked to the owner. Owner straight up told us, y'all sure you're going to tattoo? I'm fucking high as fuck, and I'm pissed because the Cowboys lost. I'm like, even fucking better.
Ah, shit.
So, perfect.
I was there.
So, brother-in-law has a fucking black and white or green and white or whatever cheeseburger tattoo on his fucking body underneath his nipple or some shit like that. Well, guess what, Jose Goodell? You're going to get the same goddamn tattoo. Me and the firefighter, JJ, we look at each other. You would put some extra money on this? Yeah. Hey, how much will it cost if we put this shit in color and add some sesame seed on it?
Yep.
Damn,
And
sesame seed?
yes, and she's like, it's like $30 more. Perfect. Put some fucking lettuce, some cheese, some tomatoes on that bitch. Put some sesame seeds on that hoe. We'll fucking pay that extra fucking money for that
Oh
shit.
yeah.
And sure enough, we got a fucking tattoo that same fucking night. He wasn't expecting. Like, no, we're getting this shit done
No,
tonight.
mamas.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And
should
then
join
there
the
was
league.
I'm gonna join that shit. Fuck it.
I think I still have that.
and then I had we in the league we have a rivalry week.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's hard to say. We have that. So two seasons ago, the guy that I play, we made a bet. We said whoever has the best record. And so at the end of the season, we had the same record, but I moved into the playoffs. We're the 8 seed. Me and him were battling for the 8 seed. And so I made it into the playoffs, right? We both had the same record, but I made it to the playoffs. So obviously, if the record's the same, it's gonna go to the points.
Yeah,
How many
yeah.
points you score in the
Mhm.
season?
Mhm.
So I had the most points, and he had to get a tattoo. So he got the NMFFL tattoo right here on his arm.
Wow.
Just the letters. Literally
Just the letter.
letters with the.
No,
with
it was our. I'm just gonna say this right now. Our bet was supposed to be the logo NMFFL with the. It's like an NFL badge,
Yeah.
but it says NMFFL. It's green instead of blue and red.
Yeah.
That was the bet. All he did was get the letters, which is fine. It's still a
Kinda bitched
tattoo.
out. Okay.
It's still a symbol of an L.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
He got his tattoo though. He got
I
his
was kinda
tattoo. I can't
reconsidering
hate on him for
this.
that.
Nah, just kidding.
He did get his tattoo.
Okay, bro, go all
Hey,
in.
I'm trying to go on for real.
Go all in.
Hey,
Hey, we'll
I'll
let you-
compete with one of your
Is,
last
is
fight.
everybody in the
I don't
league
give a
Cowboys fans?
No. James, we got James Lucadow. Shout out to the U.S. Navy. James Lucadoo. He's out in San Diego. He's a fucking Texans fan. He's our Miklo. We call him Miklo. You guys
Miklo.
know who Miklo is?
Miklo.
From Blood In,
Blood
Blood
in,
Out.
Blood
Oh
out, yeah.
shit!
Oh,
You know the dude that's half white, half Mexican.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
James.
yeah,
He's the dude. That motherfucker keeps shit real. He, if you motherfucker like
He's
keep shit
bold.
real, yeah, he's a
bold
bold
as fuck.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's a dumbass though. He's a Houston Texans fan, but I love that motherfucker. I
shout
love
out
that
to the
motherfucker.
Texans though, because they have a pretty good solid team.
Man,
looks
fuck
like.
the Texans, man.
Nah, but we
God.
got CJ Stroud.
I think next
CJ
season.
Stroud,
I think next season they're
They're
gonna
gonna
go
be
pretty
balling.
far.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know they are. But fuck them.
Yeah. Fuck
Who's
'em.
better? Who's better though?
Right
Dallas,
now,
baby.
CJ or Dak?
Oh,
CJ.
There you go.
CJ.
Yeah,
CJ is, man.
for sure.
I ain't gonna lie.
I thought you were gonna say Dak.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. CJ
That's
got
your
an
lover.
arm, bro.
And
CJ got an arm.
Chupa el huevo de Dak way.
Tú chúpame los huevos, pendejo. Hijo de la verga.
I'll find the tattoo. But yeah, so yeah, his dad, yeah, we paid extra for his fucking tattoo. Got a burger tattoo.
So yeah, we got a couple of tattoos in our league.
Might get pelted with tomatoes one time. I
Oh,
lost a
yeah.
fucking side bet.
Wait, what?
Yes, so I lost a side. I'm telling you, we do a lot of side bets, and one of my side bets was fucking okay. Well, you know, if whoever I forgot what it was, but whoever loses is gonna get pelted by tomatoes. I'm like, tomatoes are fucking soft, whatever. I'm down for that
Hell
shit.
nah.
Well, everybody in the league who's
Hell
from
no.
Dallas threw a tomato at his ass.
Not just
Damn.
a tomato. These motherfuckers were throwing a shitload of
Yeah.
tomatoes. Theo Juan, shout out to Theo Juan, R.I.P. I had to use his welder's mask to cover my beautiful face. I'm over here standing like this, and I'm just getting pelted with tomatoes.
Yeah, bro,
Fucking
it's
tomatoes.
it's
hurt.
a crazy league,
Bro,
bro.
I woke up with fucking welts the next day, smelling like ketchup, man.
But it's an honor. It's an honor to be in the league. One of the best leagues I've ever been in. I've been playing fantasy football for 10 years, maybe now.
And yeah, Chris has been knowing us since he was a youngin'. We used to play fucking flag football, tackle football with us, and
Every Sunday, holidays, Thanksgiving, sometimes Christmas. It just depends how cold it is because it's cold than a motherfucker outside. But
we
The
played.
ball hits you, it's over.
Dude,
Hell
it was awesome. We suffered some injuries out there. Fucking
JJ tore his ACL.
Damn.
He
Yeah.
blew his fucking knee out.
blew his
bro.
fucking knee out. I tore my calf muscle. I felt that bitch roll up like a fucking cinnamon roll out there,
Sounds like we need to get a fucking insurance in this league,
bro.
Shit,
Yeah.
you might
Insurance.
need insurance in this bitch.
Hey,
Bro,
so
if you
what?
can withstand Sunday league, you can do that.
Yeah,
You'll be
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
And we played against we played
Hey.
tackle football against a bunch of high schoolers. We surprised we beat them, but we beat their asses. But
Fuck
man, the
it.
next day we were all like, "Holy shit, you
All
sore?"
fucking sore and shit.
bro.
Hey, but as one of the committee of 3, we have a potential here.
Oh yeah, I'm down. Oh,
Get me
yeah.
for real, bro.
Yeah,
Get me
yeah,
in,
yeah.
Like, for real.
We'll see what the
I'll
commission
compete
says.
with whoever. I don't
We-
give a
we
fuck.
gotta
compete
First
with
place,
whoever.
second
We
place,
gotta
I don't
talk.
give a
We gotta talk to the rest of the committee, but
That's fine.
Come
No,
on.
you already talked to the audience member.
I'll
He's
take
part
this
of the
shit to
committee.
court. Fuck it.
Come on.
well, you know his ass. He don't want no one in. That motherfucker.
But the commission, JJ, he'll test your ass.
Yeah, he will.
You test me?
Yeah.
I'll test him
You
back.
have to go through something before. Yeah, you ain't gonna get in so
If you were
easy.
whenever he goes through the trials and tribulations of your league, invite me, bro. I'm gonna record that
Yeah,
shit.
be there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna
I'll
be like
record
a
that
whole
shit.
fucking ritual and shit. God damn. Fuck it.
That'd be badass.
I'm ready. I don't give a
For
fuck.
real, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
for
telling
real,
you,
for real,
man,
too.
it's some. We have a good damn time, man. I'm telling you, we got how many people we got on the West Coast? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 people on the West Coast right now. Nobody on the East Coast. So yeah, so we're
It's because like one thing about me is I'm very competitive. Like I like to be competitive no matter what.
He don't
it
like to
is.
lose. He don't like being wrong.
Oh yeah, he'll be
At all.
He'll fit in good with this league,
Like, I
man.
fucking get mad. Like if I lose, I can take it personal. I'm not gonna lie.
He be
Bro,
sensitive.
I guarantee you, the first
Chris knows.
three
Chris knows, though.
years, you ain't gonna win shit. because it's a keeper league. So
I feel that. No, yeah.
it's like a lot of the players you want, they're already gone.
Yeah.
Not just keeper league, but we trade future draft picks too.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we're
I remember Chris telling me that too. So
we
I don't give a fuck though. Fuck it.
That'd be badass though.
Yeah, that would be badass.
Yeah.
Not
So-
gonna lie.
so something else about the league. We also like to travel every year.
Yeah.
So give us a little like how long have we been traveling? Where have we been? Where do we want to go to in the future?
Sure. So we've been going on road trips since literally Jerry World opened, the Death Star opened, because man, I ain't gonna lie, shit's expensive to go to a Cowboys game over there. It really is. So we were like, you know what? I bet it's cheaper to go to a fucking road game. Our very first road game was a Cowboys road game in Kansas City against the Chiefs when Tony Romo was a quarterback. Miles Austin broke out that year. It was an overtime game.
Damn.
Man, that shit was legit.
Did you take your shirt off like Jason Kelsey?
Yeah.
Was that the year that was supposed to be our year, but Dez didn't catch it?
Yeah. That was
About
a year.
Green Bay
Yeah.
when they play Green Bay.
That was
yeah.
a year. That was a year. So
That's
Kansas City's what started it off for us for our road games. So we've been doing this for 13, 14 years, something like that, 15 years. So Chris has been with us to Boston Patriots game, Sunday night game against Tom Brady. So we got to see Tom Brady live in the
Gotta
rain.
see Tom Brady in action.
I
Man.
actually, sorry to cut you off, bro, but I went to Tampa Bay because my uncle lives over there,
Okay.
and I saw Tom Brady's last year against the Cowboys
Oh,
when we
shit.
beat them. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
so
shout
I got
out.
videos.
Hell
That
yeah.
shit was badass, bro.
Man, we got to see the GOAT.
His experience,
It's
so
like
the experience
Jordan.
Was, yeah,
Yeah.
man, that shit was
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah,
Anyways,
hell yeah.
continue, bro. My bad.
Goddamn. No, you're good. So we've seen Russell Wilson in his prime in Seattle. We've seen again Kansas City. We've been to Chicago, a Thursday night game in the fucking cold as hell. We've been to Green Bay. Man, Green Bay was legit. Green Bay, literally a small little ass town with this big ass NFL stadium right in the middle of a neighborhood. We tailgated in somebody's front yard. Like, that was badass. We were hanging out with some Cowboys fans that fucking drove in from Wyoming or something like that. I'm like, what the hell?
Damn.
Some
badass.
bicycles were out there, man.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Cowboys fans. I'm telling you, when I say Cowboys fans, we've met Cowboys fans from Europe, from Canada, from Mexico,
Everywhere.
All over the
everywhere.
place.
Pornhub,
Everywhere.
everything.
Hell yeah.
Oh, my bad.
He said Pornhub? What the fuck?
Damn, what are you thinking about? Relax.
Hey, shout out to the Texas law people. We can't see Pornhub anymore here. God,
I seen that shit.
Yo,
I seen that.
man, I don't
Hey,
want to get
Chris.
political, but y'all
Well,
motherfuckers
hey,
need to
let's not
register
get
to
into
go
it. Let's
vote.
not get
Maybe
into it.
Yeah. Y'all need to go vote. We need our fucking
The boy
Pornhub,
Ricky's
man.
crazy.
Yo, Ricky the Dicky.
Ricky
the
And,
Dicky.
You can't see him on Pornhub anymore unless you want to.
Catch me on
Unless you want to.
OnlyFans.
Baby alien, baby alien.
Hey,
Relax.
hey, he's gonna show his toes on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Ricky the
Fuck
Dickie's toes. on
$5,
OnlyFans.
$2 to subscribe.
Yeah,
Fuck
$10
it.
to subscribe.
Might as well.
It's called Dickie's Toes. And make sure y'all follow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dicky's toes. I might
Hey,
just
it's
have to use
$2 per toe. There's 10 toes. That's $20.
that. Damn. Fuck it.
So you talking about the trips that you've been on. The most recent
Yeah.
trip that we've been on that I actually went to was Buffalo.
Yeah, we went to
So how was Buffalo?
Yo,
Give us a little insight.
Man, Buffalo, to me, Green Bay has always been number one. Green Bay is awesome. And you know what? Some of my fellow NMFF fellows are going to say Green Bay is still number one. Man, Buffalo, to me, is number one. Absolutely. The fucking people out there, fucking badass fans. And when I say fans, I'm not just talking about the guys. The women out
The
there
women, yeah.
are fucking loyal Bills fans, man. They call themselves Jills or some shit like that. I don't know. But, man, yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't get it. But, man, Buffalo Bills fans are badass. Canada's up there. Shout out to Canada. Legal Shrooms up there.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah, we took our little trip to Canada.
Stopped in Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is badass too, man.
For
It's
real?
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's the most
Hey.
beautiful thing you ever seen in your life, bro.
Some people think it's cheesy. Man, Niagara Falls is legit. It really is. You got to
if you,
experience that
if you ever get an opportunity or a chance to go see Niagara Falls, go do it.
Definitely go do it. But my Buffalo's legit. The foodie scenes out there, man, French onion soup. I'm a picky ass eater. I eat like a fucking elementary kid. But, man, French onion soup out there goes
French
hard.
onion soup.
Yo.
So
French
what is it?
onion
Just
soup, bro.
onions?
I don't know
No,
what the hell it is. It's like some kind of soup with some
It's
onions
like
and
it has like a
melted.
cheese crust, so you
Yes.
have to break through the cheese to
Yes.
get to the soup.
It's like they put it in the oven.
That
Sopa
shit,
maru-
that shit
Yo.
go hard.
Sopa Maruchan.
That shit go hard.
Yeah,
Tomato
with
chan?
Sopa Maruchan.
Yes.
I don't know.
Damn.
Man, yeah, don't
Low-key,
get me
that
wrong.
sounds interesting though.
Yo, I love me some tacos, man, but that French onion soup goes hard. Cheesesteaks, right? Them beef cheesesteaks that they had out there.
Give
Wow.
you orgasm or what?
That
In
that's
his
what
mouth.
that's what I remember. The cheesesteaks. I don't think they're called cheesesteaks out there, but whatever they had there, them hoes were the fucking bomb.
at the Pink Room, right? Is that what it was
Yeah.
called? This hole in the wall bar. This fucking what was it called? Just a bar called the Pink Room, man. Shout out to them, man. They're a badass place.
And then the steak sandwiches.
yes,
It was a fucking New York
love
strip
steak.
in a sandwich, bro. That shit went
Fire.
hard as hell.
They weren't stingy.
no.
They weren't stingy, bro.
Fuck.
A whole ass little fucking 6-inch steak in a fucking sub buns.
Like that meat on there.
Yes,
Put
it's,
a lot
The
yeah.
of
steak
meat
was
on
the
there.
meat.
Yeah.
The steak was the meat.
The dive bar. The dive bar called it the Pink Room. Man,
That's
I
right.
feel that because there's some places that be stingy with their shit, right?
Hell yeah.
This place, they man,
Nah,
and beers were cheap as fuck.
They went all
Right?
out. Yeah.
You know,
It-
how
dude.
much do beers go for here in Dallas Fort Worth?
probably like
What it
Shit.
depends.
eight,
It depends.
seven,
what
eight
brand of
bucks.
beer.
Events?
Right?
Events or just bars? And
Just
shit?
in
No,
bars.
just like $7-8, right? Like
Yeah.
a beer.
Over there, beers were going for $2.
Bro, it was
Yo.
cheap. Bro,
What the fuck?
I was surprised how
There ain't no
cheap
way,
it was,
chat.
bro.
Ain't no way.
I was surprised how cheap, bro. I
know
was
Chris got a
spending
12-pack over
money.
there.
I was drinking like crazy, and then when I got the bill at the end of the night, $30.
Yes, I was expecting like $80 bill, $90
Yes,
bill.
yeah,
Hell
exactly.
no, that
Bro.
shit was like what?
30, 40
Hey.
bucks for like
Rounds in the house. But
Exactly.
Not really, but rounds in the house, but
Yeah.
not really.
bro. It was crazy. Buffalo was
Buffalo's fucking wild.
It exceeded
Buffalo's
your
fun.
expectations.
it was an experience, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. We were going in there. I'm like, man, where are we going to this fucking little small ass town, Buffalo, in upstate New York, man? Shout out to Buffalo, man.
Bro,
Buffalo's
Buffalo,
got
good
they
people.
went in.
bro. Shout out to Buffalo Bills fans.
And that's badass because like you would think like these fans would like be like fucking talking shit to y'all.
Well,
and, like,
well,
fuck
they
with-
were.
I mean,
They
do,
were.
right?
They were,
Yeah.
but
they're also friendly though.
no,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
I mean, like-
After they would talk shit to you, they'd be like, "Good luck. We hope you have a good game."
They show you that hospitality,
Bro.
and they were like,
That's
"Let
badass.
me get you a fucking round of beers."
yes.
Damn.
People were buying his beers left and right.
Those are the type of fans you need because
Bro.
there's some fans, bro. Like they just like they try to fucking kill you. I
Philly,
guess.
Philly
Like
fans.
Philly, yeah,
Philly fans right there.
Yeah, for
Hey,
sure. Fuck
Philadelphia.
That's why. That's
we'll
why we're
see
gonna
you
roll
in a couple
deep to
years.
Philly.
We're gonna see you in a
You
couple
want to take the
years.
strap
Philly.
and everything? Just kidding.
Damn.
Nah, but
Nah.
Buffalo Bills fans, they were amazing. They're great hosts. They kept it real.
Did y'all have the chance to take a chug of beer
bowling
from the
ball?
bowling ball?
Okay, so
Oh, y'all were there?
so my dad actually did that.
Okay.
I have a video.
Shout
of it.
out Versace Waterburger.
Shout out.
I have a video of it. We'll post a video on YouTube or TikTok so y'all can check it out. But yeah, my dad did take a shot out of the bowling ball, the same bowling ball that Jason Kelsey took a
Right.
shot out of
That's badass.
a couple of weeks later. But you know,
Hey.
yeah,
Yeah.
same deal. But
Bills Mafia.
dude,
man.
that tailgate was
tailgate's hard, and I don't think we saw all the tailgate.
no, we didn't.
We were hearing people yelling in the background. Oh shit! Like damn, we're too
but
damn
I
far."
took y'all to that one spot that
Yeah.
we needed to be.
Yeah,
Cause we're at one spot and it was all right. It was chill. I mean, there's fans there. Everybody's talking their shit, but there's always that one spot, that one tailgate spot in Buffalo where you want to be at, cause that's where all the shit happens. The mustard, the ketchup guy,
Oh,
the
shit.
bowling,
What
the
fuck?
bowling ball guy, the fucking we ate fucking mini sausages out of a fucking shitter,
yes,
right?
yeah,
A hospital shitter. What are they called?
yeah. I forgot what the fuck it's
Yeah,
called.
I
But
don't
yeah.
fucking know.
Oh, the fucking the shit where you're in the fucking hospital. You fucking poop in this fucking silver
Yeah,
thing, or whatever.
yeah. We ate fucking
Oh,
sausages
yeah,
out of that
yeah.
shit, bro.
What the fuck?
Hey, it was an
Crazy,
experience,
man.
bro.
And
Buffalo was
and
legit.
guess what, man? There was a lot of raza out there.
There was.
A lot of Mexicans
Yeah.
out there. Cowboys fans, Mexican fans. Man, we went to this one fucking bar. They started playing Vicente, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we
Oh,
started,
shit.
dude, we had that
Hit
bitch
that, the
going
grito,
on.
hit the grito
Hey,
or
yes.
what?
No, I didn't hit it.
I
I
don't
didn't
know
hit
if
it.
you know, but Chris still owes us a grito.
No,
Oh, he does.
relax,
He
relax.
still
He
owes us
play
a grito.
when we play Chente, we
Uh-huh.
play volver.
Yeah.
He be
Oh,
hitting that. hoe.
llorar.
Well,
Yeah,
He still
Llorar
owes
y
the
llorar.
fans
El
a
grito.
fucking grito.
that's when Krigo comes out
Yeah,
though.
that's what
Oh,
it
yeah?
is,
For sure.
So you remember, these are all white people. They see a bunch of Mexicans, like, what the fuck? And they
Yeah.
start playing Vicente. They started playing some Peso Pluma. I'm Peso
Ain't no way.
Mucho. Man, they were fucking.
They started popping
Yeah.
it off over there, bro.
Yeah, man. Buffalo.
Just
had it
because they
going
saw
on.
us, they're like, "Oh yeah, we got
Okay,
you."
put these Mexicans
Yeah.
on, right? Nah.
And then, man, there's some other shit we can't say. We're just gonna keep it, you know,
Yeah,
PG
keep it on the low,
13.
keep it on the low.
Keep it, yeah.
But,
We're
you
gonna
know,
keep low.
Badass.
Yeah. But,
So what are some upcoming trips? I know the schedule comes out April, right?
Schedule's going to come out in April, so we already know where we're going to be going. We just don't know when. So,
Okay.
So in 2024, we're going to be going to
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. We're going to see the Steelers game. You got to. That's a classic.
We're
Russell
gonna see.
Wilson.
We're gonna see
Steelers
Russell
game.
Wilson.
Bro,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
bro.
Hey,
Right. Can
Now
you
talking
take
about
us
the whole
out?
free agency, bro. It's gonna be crazy.
$1.2 million from Pittsburgh, and he's going to get $37 million from Denver.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel
Damn.
about that?
Hey, man, get your money.
No,
Some
I
money.
mean, like in general, like how do you feel him fitting with that team? Do you
I
feel
don't
like that coach is gonna make him better?
I don't know.
I feel like he's
I
just
think
lost
Russell Wilson
entirely.
is washed at this point, bro.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I like Mike Tomlin as a coach. I
He's
think.
a good coach.
Oh,
though.
dude,
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
fucking great coach. He's a great
bro.
coach, man. He's
Hey,
a fucking great coach.
But they also got rid of their number one receiver. Deontay Johnson's not there no more.
He left.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
No, he's their number one receiver. Is he a number one receiver? Hell no. I don't think so.
But he's not there no more.
Yeah, who cares?
I'm just saying.
As long as we get a win. As long as we get a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Year after that, we're going to Vegas. Shout out to the Raiders.
Are we invited or what?
Goddamn right.
You sure?
Bro,
Goddamn right.
You got
So,
family
OC
down there too.
broadcast?
You got family.
I got
One of the
family down
committee
there.
of three right here.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Why would you be invited? Come on through. Let's have some fucking good time.
Gotta make sure. I guess we gotta ask, bro.
You ain't got to ask. You fucking
sure?
bring your ass on.
You
Hey,
real?
we'll fucking put $500 on black, baby.
Real. Oh, shit, right now, black
Hey.
20. Ah.
Once you go black, you never go back, right, Chris?
Damn.
No, no.
And he's wearing black too.
Ain't no way, Chet.
Ain't no way, Chad.
And then after Vegas,
Yeah, and then after Vegas, we were going to
LA.
LA for the Rams game.
Oh,
SoFi
shit.
Stadium. I've been there, man. That's a badass.
Badass
stadium.
stadium?
Badass. I
In
ain't gonna lie.
Inglewood, always up to no good.
That's
the only exception in those 3 years
Yeah.
is if we play an international game, so Germany or Mexico
Or England.
or England.
So that's our rule thing. If there's an international game, because we were supposed to go to an international game maybe 6 years ago, that when the Cowboys playing in London, our wives and our girlfriends, love you, baby.
Damn.
They like, hell no, y'all ain't going across the fucking pond without us. So we ended up going to Miami. It was still badass. We were,
Yeah.
3 blocks
That
from the
took-
beach, whatever.
It took my dad like 24 hours to get there, but yeah.
Damn. That's like a driving trip to Mexico.
That's
and
another
shit.
story for another time.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, but I see that Jerry Jones' priority is to have an international game in Mexico, though.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want anywhere because I think he had the opportunity to have it in Brazil.
Yeah. Oh, that's
But-
another one, too.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Hold on.
But he's like,
Yeah.
fuck it. He's
You talking
like,
about Jerry? Fuck Jerry. First of all, his first priority needs to be getting
the
the
team
fucking
better.
running back for this fucking
real,
upcoming
bro.
season.
For
He need to
real.
fix
So
the
what's
team
up
in
with that,
general,
bro? What's up with the
We-
fucking not
man.
doing shit and the 31 teams did?
So how do you feel from this free agency to now, like how it's looking for the Cowboys? Because honestly, there was a lot of options and a lot of moves that we could have made,
Yep.
but we didn't make them.
Running back.
Do you feel like? I mean, I love Dak, but do you feel like that's why his money wasn't spent properly because of their priority was on Dak? Or is it because
No,
Yes.
it's
because
'cause
also because you got CeeDee Lamb still got to pay.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't
hold on,
matter.
hold on.
Dak
I'm
is the
talking-
most
hold on,
expensive
hold on. I'm
motherfucker
talking
on our
now.
team
Hold on,
and has
hold on.
not won
Hold on.
more
That's
than
where the
2
money's
playoff
going.
games,
But
bro.
you still got CeeDee Lamb. You still got Michael Parsons. who
Mhm.
They just put his contract under as of defensive end, or was it
As
defensive end?
a
Or linebacker?
as a defensive end.
Defensive end,
Because
yeah.
it's
Right,
cheaper.
defense- yeah,
Because
because
if it was a
cheaper.
linebacker, it would have been like
A little
$3 or
more,
$4
right?
million more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So-
what do you think? What are your
So yeah, sign your boy. Micah. CD finally showed out this year, right? I'm not gonna lie. I was like, man, CD ain't doing shit. This year he fucking showed out. Let's pay that man.
But do you think that CD showed out because Dak also stepped up and proved his game and showed that he can be a quarterback at a elite
God.
level?
I think CD showed up because he wanted to show out.
Bro, Dak showed out through the regular fucking season, okay? Yes, he did fucking put up numbers. He did.
But
He
these
was
are
the
questions
best.
I gotta
He was
ask
the best.
because
No, you don't gotta ask this
have
shit.
Like a,
No, you gotta ask. You know why?
Exactly.
You know why? I like Dak. I don't love him. I like him, but he ain't worth $60 million. You know why?
I agree.
You know why? Because
agree.
San Francisco has a fucking quarterback
Thir-
that's
the-
just as good or even better
For 800,000
for $800,000.
fucking year.
He's not that good without Debo. But
Dude,
Get
dude,
the
dude.
fuck out of here, bro.
Okay.
It's true, though.
I get that. I
You
get
see
that.
how he's played without
So
Debo?
take CD out of the. So CD is just as good or better than Debo, right? So take CD away from Dak. What does it look like? We cut Michael Gallup today, dude. I'm telling you, I like Dak. He ain't worth $60 million fucking dollars. It's about a fucking team, not one individual
And I
fucking
agree
player.
with you on that. Like I agree, he's not worth that much money.
So
Okay.
are
But
you
what I'm
okay? Are
saying
you
is
okay with
that-
them signing to a long-term contract, $60 million a year?
I say like 2
Hey,
years.
okay, explain
No.
this to me. Hold
no.
on.
2 years at least.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Explain this to me. How does the Kansas City Chiefs, who had no shot at the Super Bowl last season, win it when the Cowboys didn't? And
NFL
hold on,
NFL script.
the quarterback out of Mahomes and Dak, the quarterback this season, who was better? Dak. The running backs, Isaiah Pacheco versus Tony Pollard, who was better? None of them. They were both the
Pacheco?
same.
Nah, Pacheco.
Hold on. They were both. No, bro. Look at the stats.
Pacheco?
The stats.
Isaiah Pacheco?
Look at the.
Pacheco, he was okay.
Yeah.
He's a good runner.
But you got to look at the stats. It's not about who you think is better. You got to look at the stats. They both put up the same similar stats. Hold on. And then the receiving core. Who was the better receiving core?
The
The
only difference
Cowboys.
is that Pacheco is more explosive than Tony Pollard, bro.
The Cowboys had the
Am I
best.
right or wrong? Am I right or wrong?
I know. I agree with you on
Okay,
that. I agree with
but
you on
it
that.
doesn't matter because
It does matter because Pacheco
no.
is
No.
different in the team.
Look,
But
he lost.
ever since Tony Pollard got injured,
He
Bro.
lost.
what has he done for us?
But Tony Pollard.
you were the first one that said Tony
He
Pollard
lost Tyreek Hill and still
still
won
managed to
a
find
Super
yeah,
Bowl.
exactly.
Okay,
Super Bowl.
But
That's
look, the
insane.
statistics say Pollard and Pacheco they had the same season. They ran the same yards, same close to it. Now I'm not gonna say exactly the same,
I
but
don't
close
know.
to it.
Our wide receivers are better than Kansas City's wide
Exactly,
receivers.
they're
right?
100.
Right?
They're 100
Our-
times better.
Our running backs are about the same. Let's be
About the
honest.
same. Our quarterback is 100% better than Patrick Mahomes this season.
dude.
Okay,
I bet you switch spots. Right? If you put what's his name?
Mahomes.
Mahomes?
Mahomes. If you put Mahomes, you switched him out with Dak. Would we win a Super Bowl?
yes,
You didn't gotta think about it.
Yes.
for sure.
Easy.
Right?
But at the
Easy.
same time,
Yes.
And not just
we
a Super
cannot-
Bowl.
But we can say that we can not also blame just.
Yes,
Dak
we can,
Prescott.
because-
No.
yes, we can, because
it
guess
takes
what?
defense
Who else
to-
would you blame? Who else would you
defense
blame?
takes you to
Oh
a
my
championship,
fucking
right?
god! This
No, yeah. Don't
Defense
get me
takes you
wrong.
to a championship,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, it does.
Exactly.
Who had the best defense this season? The Cowboys.
We did not have the
Yes,
best.
we did.
Bro, did we?
First-
On paper.
No.
On paper.
Cowboys versus Kansas City.
No.
Who had the best defense?
On
The
paper,
Cowboys,
No,
right?
because
On paper.
Chiefs stepped up halfway through the season
Mommy
and
way.
made a better defensive playoff run than what we did.
Yeah.
Bro, there's no way that you can say that Cowboys' defense was better than the Chiefs because
Bro,
for the
look at
second
the
half of the
fucking
season-
numbers.
Yo.
Ricky, I
Yeah,
already
but
looked up
Chiefs
the
stepped up
numbers.
because let's be honest, the first half of the season, the Chiefs were not just as great as the Cowboys.
Shout out to our international listeners. I hear so you guys have in people from Costa Rica,
Costa
Germany.
Rica,
Alemania,
Germany.
Mexico,
Alemania,
Panamania.
Mexico.
Hey,
Shout out to all the fans
I
out
know
there.
I know y'all watch football, FUTBOL, but what y'all think about the Cowboys?
Let us know.
Let us know. Let us know. Shout out to all our international
I know
listeners
we
out
ranting
there.
right now, but it's all love, though.
No, but
Bro.
for real.
It's all love.
Hey, you know what, dude? No, we cannot pay this man $60, $70 million.
And I
a
agree
year.
with you, bro.
He's worth
I
maybe
agree with
30.
that. I agree
That's
with
still
that.
too damn much.
But
It
I'm
is too
saying-
much,
all
but
I'm saying is
that's what he's
that
going
we cannot just put the blame on Dak.
No,
Ricky,
I'm not. I'm not.
No,
Bro, but we already
He's
seen
even
for.
telling you right now.
But we already seen
I
for
don't care.
years.
I put the blame
Bro.
on Dak. You know why?
Because
In
you
my
always
opinion,
hate
we've
him.
seen
No,
a good sample
because
size
our-
already, though.
Because our receiving.
We have.
Exactly.
We saw for many years. What?
And
What is this?
that was
Going
even back with Tony
9
Romo.
years, right?
Yeah.
9
After-
years.
Who was
Yeah.
our best quarterback after that? Before that, I mean,
Before who?
was Troy Aikman, no?
Troy, dude.
Before Romo?
I'll give Romo some love.
Romo, yeah,
Romo
okay.
was good. Romo
Yeah,
was good.
great.
Romo just
Well,
didn't have the
I'm saying-
defense. That's what the problem was with the Cowboys back then.
No,
He didn't have
problem-
the defense.
You know where the problem was? We fired, or what's his face? Big Tuna. Bill Parcells.
There you go.
I forgot. Bill Parcells, I forgot what it was. Either he got fired or he quit way too soon.
Yeah.
If Bill Parcells would have stayed in there, I think Tony Romo would have a fucking ring right now, to be honest with you.
I agree with
I
you.
really do. If Big Tuna would have been still the head coach, at least another 2 more years, we would have a Super Bowl.
No,
ring
if the
right
fucking
now.
referees would have called that fucking game right, we
That
would have had a
shit-
fucking Super Bowl.
Well,
That's
you
what it
know,
was.
well,
All I gotta
rules
say is the
change.
NFL scripted. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, damn.
Scripted.
That's a big take right there.
Roger
Take.
Goodell, what do you say about that, Roger
Fuck
Goodell?
Roger Goodell.
Okay, that's another situation.
Yeah.
That is another situation.
But my
anyways,
point being, the Cowboys were better than the Kansas City Chiefs this past year, and the reason why we didn't win because of Dak. Look at Dak's stats in the playoffs. Look at his stats in the playoffs.
They were
yeah.
only better during the regular season.
Exactly, the
Yeah.
regular
Matters-
season.
I
What
agree.
matters is the
What
playoffs.
matters is the playoffs. And
But
he
it-
was shit.
But we
He
can't
was
just
fucking
blame
no.
Dak,
He was
though.
Mac
Could it also be
Jones in the
coaching
fucking playoffs,
decisions?
bro.
Could it also be coaching? Could it also
Whoa,
be
I don't wanna go that far,
defensive
man.
I would go
Jones.
that far.
Really?
Dak threw 3 interceptions against
Bro.
Green Bay.
Bro, Mac Jones got benched for fucking Zappy.
Or Dak should have got benched for fucking Trey Lance.
Why are you jacking off?
Because fuck Dak. Fuck Dak, bro. I fucking hate Dak.
Oh, damn.
I don't know,
my
bro. I think
Cowboys, man.
my take is just I've seen so many years of him being in the league that it's
Yeah.
a large sample size.
Yes.
At this point, it's like, damned if we do, damned if we don't. Like, if we get rid of Dak, there's not really anybody better. It's either rebuild the team, keep
So-
them, and we're gonna
Well, the
suck
team
for
is
another
still
couple
sucks
years.
For the next couple years.
So
It's
how
the
y'all
same
feel?
shit.
So okay, so when is our window shutting down? Because we haven't done anything, and I'm asking you guys as 27, 28-year-olds. You guys have not
We haven't experienced it.
You haven't
Yeah.
experienced a Super Bowl win. I got to
Exactly.
experience that shit. 92, 93,
Yeah,
95, right? So
yeah.
I got to experience the highs, and unfortunately, I got to experience the lows. I think our window is closing shut unless something fucking
Now,
happens.
do you think it's because of the owner,
Yes.
Jerry Jones?
Yes.
Do you feel like he doesn't allow things to actually happen?
It's
when
fucking
it should happen?
ego, bro.
He's all about the
The
all
money?
about the marketing. He's all about the money. And
He's
I get
he's
it.
about the image.
Yes, he's all about the image, and we are the most popular, the most financially well-off sports organization
And
out
that's
there.
what pisses me off, bro.
But
Because
who
like,
fucking cares? I want a fucking Super Bowl.
He got to
We
realize that Dak Prescott is not worth that fucking money.
not
Cause
just that.
no,
It's
no,
not
it is just
It's
that because
not just that. No,
because
it's
if they
not.
weren't
It's not
they
just
weren't
that.
gonna sign Dak to the $60 million deal,
just that.
they would have made some deals this fucking season.
I'm not
this
talking-
this,
I'm not
this
talking about the
recently.
money, though.
They
I'm
haven't
not.
signed him yet, though.
Yeah,
That's
they
the thing.
haven't.
But they
haven't signed him
are.
yet.
They
How do
are.
you know?
You know they
Yeah,
are
how do you
because
know?
it's Jerry
Are you
Jones.
behind Jerry
Mike.
Jones' ass or what?
Do you want? How much you want to bet that Jerry Jones is going to sign Dak to that
I'm
60
pretty sure
max?
He will, not gonna lie.
Okay, then shut the fuck
I'm
up.
not
What the
gonna lie. He
fuck?
probably will, bro. He probably will. He probably will.
Hey, Chris, where you going?
Yeah, where the fuck you going? Go take a fucking
He's
piss
gonna
and
go
don't
stand in
come
the
back.
corner wearing that Disneyland shit.
Anyways,
So
No.
how y'all feel? Yeah, that door slam was was Chris throwing a tantrum.
Chris a little hothead.
This is Chris for y'all.
So
It's Krigo.
so what's up? What do y'all think? Y'all think we're gonna win a Super Bowl in the next before y'all hit your 30s?
No,
I don't know.
I don't think so.
That was quick.
I think for me, bro, it's just the ego part. Like you just basically brought up the point is, and it's us as well. We can talk about all of this every fucking year. We have expectations, and year after year, nothing changes. We might get a little better on paper, and
Yeah.
then, like I said, we'll beat sucky ass teams, the teams that we need to beat.
Yeah.
We don't show up, and in the playoffs, there's always something that. And again, this is my take.
Uh-huh.
Yes, the defense plays a huge role in it. They do. But that year after year after year, I don't know what it is during regular season, top notch. When it
All
comes to playoffs, ghost.
So today's Friday, March 15th. What do you guys think about free agency with all the shit's going on right now? And let me give you my first impression. Lamar Jackson's been like Dak. He fucking performs, regular season MVP.
Not just him, Josh
when it comes to
Allen.
the playoff, huh?
Josh Allen too.
Josh Allen too, yeah. But no, I put Lamar Jackson at a higher level
I
above
feel
Josh
that. I
Allen.
get that. Yeah.
I've seen his ass play real life.
Mm-hmm.
I think with Baltimore signing freaking Derrick Henry, I think Derrick Henry has 1 or 2 good years left in him. I think they're going to push him to the Super Bowl with him being the running back. I don't know if they're going to win it, but I think they're going to be.
So do you think that they're gonna take the running less from Lamar Jackson and actually concentrate in running the game, running the ball more?
They wouldn't
Because
take that
it feels
away
like
from
you
him.
got
No.
Gus Edwards, who was actually pretty
Yeah.
decent. Unfortunately, he got injured.
Decent.
Right? Decent.
Yeah.
I mean, they had Justice Hill too.
And you got, I don't know, but
Yeah.
but still, like
Ravens' run game is built around Lamar Jackson.
it
Yes.
really is. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
They
Like,
signed Derrick Henry for power to get that extra yard for a third and one and
Yeah.
for a first down.
Yeah.
What the Ravens need is a receiving core.
and
they don't have a
They
receiving
just
core.
released OBJ.
OBJ's
because he
washed.
was never gonna. He's not the same no more. Let's be honest.
OBJ's washed.
He's
So
washed, yeah.
I guess so. In regards to free agency, now it's been a week of free agency. Who do you think has been the biggest impact? The biggest impact in
I
free
think-
agency, and who's
You
going
know
to be?
what?
I think the
gotta say-
Vikings.
No.
I think the Vikings
The
have
Bears,
made
bro. The Bears.
the Vikings and the Bears.
Let's be honest. The Bears.
Okay.
DJ Moore, Keenan Allen.
Uh-huh.
DeAndre Swift,
You got DeAndre Swift.
Okay.
and
Justin Fields.
They're trying to pick up a quarterback,
Okay. Well,
right?
that's what I'm
If
saying. So let's
Justin
talk
Fields
about that. Are they going to
right?
keep Justin Fields?
I don't think so.
Or are they
Why
going
not?
to trade him and get Caleb Williams?
no.
No.
I'd rather
I
have
think they're
Justin
gonna-
Fields
I think
in
they're
there.
gonna trade for Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
No.
I think so, bro. And
think-
if it doesn't, then I still think that Chicago Bears is going to be a team to watch.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Man.
You know who needs a quarterback? The Vikings.
They,
Yeah, because
Bro.
Kirk is gone.
Justin
Yeah, he's in
Jefferson's
Atlanta.
gonna
I
leave,
mean,
bro.
did you hear the
Yeah.
rumors about the Bengals asking for JJ?
you know how crazy
Justin
that would be,
Jefferson?
bro?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
haven't heard of it?
No.
There was
Yeah.
rumors about a trade that was going to happen between
Because
the Vikings and Bengals. The Bengals offered the Vikings like 2 first-round picks
because
and T. Higgins
Uh-huh.
for
Exactly.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
But what if what's his name, the quarterback, gets injured again?
Joe Burrow?
Yeah. What if Joe Burrow gets injured again? Are they with them picking these wide receivers up and everything? Is that going to be a huge impact?
I mean, they don't have Drew Lock no more. He went to
Then he have Drew Lock.
No,
at
who they
Bengals.
have? Who's their
The
backup?
other guy was pretty decent. He's not bad.
Oh,
he's
Sam.
pretty good. Yeah, he's not bad.
It's not Sam.
What's
But
his
he's
face?
not a Joe Burrow.
He wasn't. He
Right?
wasn't bad. He wasn't bad.
He
But
wasn't
yeah,
bad.
he was
I
no
forgot
Joe
his name.
Burrow.
Honestly, I can't remember his name, but he wasn't that bad.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Like, fuck this guy. Like,
What about the NFC East? What do you guys think about the Eagles picking up
Bro,
Saquon?
The
and
Eagles, the
and our
Giants, the
former
Commanders.
defensive coordinator?
The Commanders have a good shot if they play their cards right.
Yeah.
They
Drew
look like a
Lock-
good team.
They've
That's a
all
quarterback?
made moves
Yep.
this season, except the Cowboys.
We're like a fart, sounding but deadly, right? Yeah. We might make some fucking moves.
I mean, hey,
Okay.
my prediction: we'll make playoffs, but guess what? Dak's gonna fuck it up, and we'll lose the first round.
What do you think about Trey Lance? Do you think it should play Trey Lance? Like, fuck it. Let's just see what happens.
We have nothing to lose.
Honestly, I think we should trade. Honestly,
Honestly,
Honestly.
Trey Lance has to participate in that preseason games
Yeah.
because we got to see how he is, and if
I don't-
like Dak down the line doesn't develop as to in general as in like the playoffs.
I don't think Trey Lance is a starting quarterback. I don't
I don't think so neither. But you're the one who said told
But-
me last time Trey Lance could take over Dak Prescott.
because
No,
I
you
hate
cannot,
Dak.
bro.
But I'm saying we
I
should
get it.
trade Dak to the Chicago Bears for Justin Fields.
So the draft is coming up in a month and a half.
Yeah,
Who do you think the Cowboys should draft first? We've got the 20-something pick.
the first round.
Our offensive lineman, a wide receiver, another quarterback.
I would like a D lineman,
Okay.
but I think the Cowboys. And they do this shit every fucking year. The last time they made a good draft pick was Micah. And before that, I don't even the CD maybe.
Cowboys Super Bowl or a Rangers World Series? What's more important?
Rangers World Series.
What? Bro.
The Cowboys are not going to make it to the Super Bowl with Dak, bro.
I think
It's
to
just
me,
not going to happen.
A Cowboy Super Bowl is more important, but
Yeah,
realistically,
damn
I think a Rangers.
Yes.
They
Rangers-
win another title
Another Rangers World
before
Series.
the Cowboys
or
win.
another Rangers
Yes.
World Series will happen before another Cowboys Super Bowl.
Yes.
Did you guys go to the parade this year for the
Yes,
Rangers?
did.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
We
did.
got faded.
We
Okay.
got fucked up.
That if the Cowboys win a Super Bowl, which I hope you guys experience, this
I
shit,
hope.
it's the Rangers World Series parade ain't gonna be shit
It's not.
compared to Cowboys
Downtown
Super
is
Bowl.
going to get
You-
fucked.
You think they'll have it in Arlington though, or here in downtown Dallas?
Man, okay, so I was at the first.
There's a lot of
one.
controversy about that.
I was at the first one back in 1992, and I was like fucking 14 years old. My mom, hey, ma, ¿cómo estás? She took us there when the whole fucking race ride shit went on. I had a fucking badass fucking time. That was legit. Like, I mean, it was like a ticker tape parade, like old school New York. Fucking Cowboys fans. Jerry's fucking Jimmy Johnson's hair didn't fucking move. That was fucking legit. I was down the street from the Rangers parade. That ain't shit.
It
I'm
was
telling you.
trash. It was.
Dude,
it was
I'm telling
trash.
you, if the Cowboys
They didn't
win,
organize it.
I don't even remember the fucking parade. I just remember getting fucked up and
Yeah.
having fun.
He missed. He
Well,
missed
over-
like half the parade. He went to the restroom.
Were you stuck? Did it flip
No,
you
it
over?
was just a long ass line.
Oh,
There was just
shit.
a long ass line.
I remember that one time at the Cowboys game. Oh, I don't know if you were there. We made up our own little restroom.
Bro, yes, the fucking tent, the porta potty tent. Yeah, I remember
We
that.
started charging $5-10 to use the
Damn.
restroom.
Even girls were trying to use that. I was like, I need to go. I'm like,
$10.
okay, $5, $10.
$10.
$10 real
Ten
quick.
dollar.
Man.
Quick little
What
side
a
hustle.
fucking episode.
But anyways, to end this podcast, let's go ahead and get a quote from our guest of the day, George Cruz.
Man, damn, y'all put me
What's
on
your
the
quote,
spot.
brother? What's your quote?
A quote or
Just anything that you
saying
can
something
think
you
of.
want the
Man.
listeners to know.
Anything.
You know what? I'll shout out to my company again, Trek Mortgage, at Trek Mortgage on Instagram.
Shout out.
At Jorge Does Loans is JorjeDoesLoans. If you guys are looking for home, to buy a home, or if you're just looking for guidance, period, hey, I'm here to help you guys out. But in regards to quote, our thing is Trek Mortgage. Let me be your guide to home ownership. I'm going to show you how to use your home to, if you want to put your kids through school, if you want to start a small business with it, show you how you can use your first home as your asset to buy another home. Whatever you need, I'm here for you. I mean, I've been doing finance for the last 15, 16 years, and it's just not based on my experience. It's based on personal experience. I've been through the ups and downs, so I'm here to guide you guys. So it doesn't matter who you are, your creed, your religion. And then I guess my last thing for me is, man, y'all go out and register to vote. For real, go out and register to vote. I'm not trying to get political or anything, but just go out and register to vote. Your vote makes a huge difference in this world.
That's awesome.
Y'all make sure y'all go follow my boy George. Y'all make sure y'all whenever y'all go hit him up for any needs that y'all have, make sure y'all shout out OC Broadcast.
Yes, Oakland
And he's gonna
Broadcast.
take care of y'all.
For sure. And I just want to thank you again, George, for coming on back to back, bro.
Yeah.
Again, I'll link his stuff in the description for all our platforms. Go ahead and follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Shout out to our people from all demographics.
Shout out
Puerto
to
Rico,
Mexico,
Canada,
from
everywhere.
Germany, from Costa Rica.
Man,
Germany.
y'all go ahead,
The
comment
United
comment down
States,
on the podcast, man. We'd
everybody.
love to hear from
Shout
you
out to everybody,
guys,
for
and
sure.
thank you for the support. And again, George,
We look
thank
at
you for
that.
coming on again, bro.
Yeah,
Appreciate
for sure.
you.
Yeah, man.
Thank y'all having me, man.
brother.
Appreciate
Like,
it.
was
Definitely
it's
gonna
all
have
love
to have
here.
you back and
Man.
pick your brain on Cowboys,
Everything.
Cowboy talk, whatever.
Hey,
Whatever you want.
draft's coming up in April. Y'all have me on.
We'll have you back on, baby.
I
For sure.
might hopefully bring some people that talk about investments, because I want us all to succeed. I want our people to succeed, and it's ultimately that's the ultimate color that matters, is that green, right? So
Yes,
live a
sir.
life,